Hello to all. Welcome to Fixed Focus. In this video, we want to do an experiment again about water purification. We all know that safe and drinkable water is a vital resource for our health. And drinking unhealthy water will cause various microbial and chemical diseases. With the fixed focus system, you can have a free water purification wherever you are and there is sun. Those who are by the sea can easily purify and use seawater with this system. I suggest to all the dear ones who are in places where it is not possible to get safe drinking water, to use this free method to get safe and drinkable water. Today we want to do an experimental test with a vacuum system for water purification. We do this test together. In fact, I want to reduce the pressure in the water distillation tank so that purified water can be obtained much faster. Let's go for the test. The pipe that comes from the distillation tank and is not yet installed is placed in a spiral behind this fan by this aluminum pipe. This tube is transferred to a glass cylinder. As you can see, there is a weight on the cap and a pipe enters from the distillation tank and the outlet pipe is connected to the drain pump. The cap has a rubber wall that can prevent steam from escaping. And this iron weight prevents steam from escaping by creating pressure between the cap and the edges of the cylindrical glass, and I put it back on the cap. The outlet pipe is connected to a small refrigerator drain pump motor and I have placed this ceramic on it so that it does not get hot during long work because the weather is extremely hot. Let's go and prepare the distillation tank. For this purpose, I use a steel tank on which I painted black. I have used this tank a lot in previous videos and now I will remove the cap, which includes a rubber. I empty two 1.5 liter bottles of undrinkable water into the tank. Now I turn the tank upside down and you can see that no water comes out of it. And now I will install it at the focal point of the solar dish and screw the steam outlet pipe. Well, I installed the tank, now I will turn on the fixed focus system and then turn on the vacuum pump. You can see that the focus of light is on the tank and the shadow of the tank should be almost in the center of the solar dish. 10 minutes have passed now and there is no distilled water. Why is this happening? The reason is that the pressure is so low that it does not allow water to become liquid at this temperature. But I am sure that the water inside the distillation tank is boiling strongly. Now let's measure the temperature of the tank. You can see that the temperature of the tank is very low and is almost 49 degrees Celsius. And the boiling of water in a vacuum causes evaporation and cooling of the tank. Now, if we take the temperature of this iron profile, it is approximately 33 degrees Celsius. Now I turn off the vacuum pump motor. Almost 5 minutes have passed since turning off the pump motor. And you can see that the process of distillation started to work. I reconnect the outlet pipe of the glass cylinder tank to the vacuum pump and turn on the pump motor. You can see that the created vacuum caused the water inside the cylindrical glass to boil. And this is very interesting. I hope you understand what happened. Now I will turn off the vacuum pump motor and try another method. The correct way is to have a low pressure in the distillation tank and a high pressure in the cylindrical glass tank. Therefore, the vacuum pump should be placed here. I will cut this rubber tube here. And I'm going to put this little 12-volt pump here. This pump is dual purpose, it is both an air pump and a water pump, and it has a very low consumption. Now I installed this pump like this. It sucks air from one side and compresses it from the other side. Well, I put the cover in place and put the weight on it. Of course, it is better to make the outlet pipe of the glass cylinder narrower to create more pressure. You can see that the state of the distilled water outlet is much better. In this case, the temperature of the metal pipe connecting between the distillation tank and the vacuum pump will be lower. Now we let the drain pump do its work. Almost 15 minutes have passed since turning on the small drain pump, and you can see how much the purified water has increased. Of course, the power of this pump is not like the electric pump of the refrigerator, but it showed that this method is successful. This test we did was an interesting experience, and maybe we will try a better method in future programs. Therefore, we understood that the pressure of the distillation tank should be low and the pressure of the place where the purified water is collected should be high. Of course, this method is suitable for separating water solutes, and it may not be possible to say that it destroys 100% of the bacteria in the water. Needless to say, it will be easier to drain without using a pump, and the cost of using the pump will be reduced. I hope you have used this video. Bye until the next program. Most videos on Fixed Focus channel have their own innovation and you won't regret watching them. Thank you for subscribing and liking.